Hello, welcome to my new Sudoku series where I'm going to be exploring various Sudoku puzzles with different constraints, different variants, just to kind of delve deeper into the Sudoku realm. I got permission from a bunch of Sudoku setters to use their puzzles for this. I was going to jump into 9x9 puzzles because I've become fairly familiar with these in a 6x6 environment, but I saw this one had cats in it and I was like, okay, I got to do the cats, right? So this is a 6x6. I'm probably mostly going to be focusing on 9x9 puzzles in the series, but this will be a nice introduction. So this puzzle is Nopy Cats by Michael Lefkowitz. All right, so we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so we have to put a 1 through 6 in every row, column, and 2x3 box. In addition, we have these cats, where I've never done these before, but exactly one of the cats is a copycat. The value of the copycat is the digit in the cell rotationally opposite itself in the grid. So basically, if you spin the grid 180 degrees, the cat will match the value in that cell. So the example he gives is a copycat in row 2, cell 3. So this cell here, this is row 2, cell 3, would have the value of the digit in R5C4, so row 5C4. So if you flip the puzzle 180 degrees, this cell would end up here. So there's going to be exactly one of these cats that copies its rotationally matched cell, basically. And the rest of the cats can't be bothered because they're cats and they just do their own thing. And then we also have these laser pointers. A number on a laser pointer is the sum of the values on its laser. So if you're familiar with some of the variant Sudokus, these are basically arrows, where the number in this cell on the laser pointer equals the sum of the cells along the laser. So if this was, let's find a small one here. This one's only 2 cells. If this is a 2 and a 3, this would be a 5, because 2 and a 3 add to 5. So those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you want to play along, and let's get started. All right, I think we want to focus on the lasers first, because we only know that one of these cats is really going to matter. And I don't think we're going to figure that out right away. So let's look at the lasers. We have 2 in here that have the value of 21 on the outside, and 21 in a 6x6 puzzle is just 1 through 6 added together. So this doesn't really tell us much. We already know that 1 through 6 is going in every cell here. Same thing here. So these ones are basically for looks, I think. But we have this one that's 11 in 3 cells, so that's interesting. We could do like 641, 533. And we can repeat the 3 because it's in a different box. If that ended up, I'm just using it as an example. This big one's interesting. In fact, I think I know what it is. So the minimum these cells could be is a 1-2 pair in each, not 4, 5, 1, 2, which is 3, and then this would be 1, 2, and this is 3. So that would make this 6, and we can't have a number bigger than 6, so this has to be 1, 2 all along the way. So we know this is 6. Which means a 1 and 2 can't go here, so this has to be at least 3 in this cell. So this has to be at least 4, because the smallest this can be is 1. So this is 4, 5, 6 in this box. Or not box, in this cell. This one's at least 3. This one, we have a 1, 2 here. If we had a 1, 2 here, that would be 3. So this one has to be at least 4. So this is also 4, 5, 6. This one can't be a 1, 2. That's interesting. So this has to be 3, 4 at its smallest, which is 7. Can we put a 5 on here? If this was 5, 4, this would be 9. We could put a 2 here. That works. But yeah, that with the 1, 2 eliminated, that limits this 11 quite a bit. So this would be 3, 4, or 4, 5. Could we have a 6 on here? The 6, 4. Yeah, we could do 6, 4, 1. That works. So we can have a 6 on here too. Interesting. So if this was 4, and this would be 1, 1, 2. Maybe we could add all of these together for these two thermometers. Not thermometers, laser pointers. So the minimum these could be is 12. But we know they're actually going to be 16 at least. Because if we did 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, but we can't do 1, 2, 3 down here because we have this 1, 2 here. I'm not sure how much that helps us. Is the total between these 6 cells is going to be between 16 and 17. And we're already going to have at least 8 down here, which means this has to be at least 8 up here. Did I say 16 or 17? It's actually 15 or 17. So this has to be at least 7. So this has to be at least 1, 2, 4 up here. We can't have a 5 or 6 on these two because that would make this too big. The biggest this could be is 4, 3, which would be 7. No, the biggest this could be is 2, 3, which would be 5 for these two. And then we could have a 1 here making the 6. So that's the biggest. So these are at most 1, 2, 3. Or at most 2, 3, but we could also be down to 1 as well. So this is either 3, 4, 5. So this is at most all right, what about this cell over here? This can't be 1, 2. So if this is a 4, this would have to be 3, 1. If this is a 5, this could be 3, 2, or 4, 1. And if this is a 6, this could be 5, 1. All right, so that's interesting. This can't be bigger than a 3. No, this could be 3, 3, actually. All right, that would have been nice if this was a 1, 2 pair. That would have made this a lot easier, I think. Actually, not really, because this is still 3, 4 at the lowest either way. I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, this has to be a 6. A 6 can't go along here, so this has to be a 6. Because we can't put a 6 along the arrows anywhere. So this isn't a 6. So this is a 4 or 5. So can one of these still be a 3? So if one of these is a 3, this would be 4. Yeah, we could do that. We could still do 3, 1, 1. And make this a 4. That's still possible. Okay. So we know 6 is going down here in this box. 6 is going... 6 can't go here in this box because that would make this too big. Like if you did 6, 1, that would have to be 7. We don't have a 7. So 6 has to go here in this box. And 6 is very limited down here too. 6 can't go in any of these 4 spots. Can it? Oh, it can. In fact, I think it needs to. So that is very limiting, actually. Okay, so 6 is going to go along here, which means the other 2 spots for this 11 only equals 5. That's interesting. So how do we equal 5 without the 1, 2? It's either 3, we could do 6, 3, 2, or 6, 4, 1. But we can't put the 1 and 2 down here, so this has to be a 1, 2 up here. So I think that makes this a 3 because of this 1, 2 pair. Can this be a 3? I just want to double check this. If this was a 3 and this was a 6, this would be 9. We'd have to have the other one have to be a 2, and we can't put a 2 in one of these 2 spots. Okay, so yeah, this one has to be a 3 because of this 1, 2 pair. Okay. So this is no longer 3. So this can't be 4 because this would be 3, 1, 1 at its smallest. In fact, it has to be 3, 1, 1 to get to 5. So this is a 1, this is a 1, this is 5, this is 2, this is 2 and 1, this is 2. So this is 6, 3 down here. In fact, this is a 3 and a 6. This is a 3. There's a 5 and a 4. This is a 6. Let's see, what's the last number here is a 1. So this is a 6. This is not a 1, so this has to be a 4 because 5 can't go here now because 5 and 2 is 7. So this is a 4, which makes this a 2. We need a 3 and a 4 down here, so this is a 4 and a 3. We need a 5 and a 3 in here. This is a 3 and a 5. This one up here is a 4. We need a 1 and a 5 up here. That's not resolved. We still haven't done anything with this laser pointer. We need a 1 up here, which goes in here somewhere. We haven't done anything with this laser pointer either. So this is, we need a 4 and a 5 in here. That makes this a 4 and a 5. So 1 plus 4 is 5. This is a 6. This is, no, this isn't a 6. We already have a 6 up here. What am I doing? We need a 2 and a 4 in here. This is a 4 and a 2. This can't be a 3. Can't be a 4. This can't be a 5. So this has to be a 1 and a 3. This is a 5. This is a 5. And then we need a 1 and a 2 in here. This is a 2 and a 1. All right. Took a little while to break through on that one. I think it was realizing that this 6 had to go on this laser pointer here. Maybe if I focused on the 6s earlier, that would have helped things out. Because once I placed this 6, it kind of helped resolve some of the math down here on these two laser pointers. And realizing that this number here had to be pretty limited down to 1 and 2. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting puzzle. Nice intro to my Sudoku series here. So thank you, Michael, for creating the puzzle. There's a link in the description if you want to play it, and let me know how you did today.